In this video, we will learn the slot shot faceoff for the offensive zone. It is a simple faceoff to create a quick shot using a wing lined up in the slot. Let's briefly watch it in action and then break it down. This clip comes from college hockey where Notre Dame is playing against Minnesota Duluth. We can see the Notre Dame wing lined up in the slot right on the circle. The center wins the faceoff directly to the shooter who one-times it for a quick goal. Let's break it down. On the whiteboard, let's put everyone in position. The center is obviously going to take the draw. We'll set the defense in pretty standard positions just inside the blue line, although this part is more variable and you can place either D slightly more aggressively to create more offensive options from the same formation. We can use the D from this formation with a straight draw back to either one of them or other plays meant to get it back to them, but that's not what we're learning in this video. We'll put a wing in front of the net as close to both the puck and the hash marks as he can get. Finally, we'll place the shooter just off the circle at approximately a 45-degree angle from the faceoff. The center should talk with his wing and be very specific about where he wants the wing to be. On the faceoff, the center needs to get the puck directly back to the shooter in the slot. The shooter in the slot should be ready to take a one-timer, but may have to adjust and catch the puck for a quick wrist shot if the draw is a little bit off. One hugely underestimated part of this play is what the wing in front of the net does. He has a key role of cutting off the opponents by getting a fast jump towards the puck and forcing everyone else to go around him before cutting back to the net. I call this an inside release. If he fails and an opposing player can skate straight through, they're in a great position to block the shot. An example of the wing in front failing to do his job can be found in the cut-through video. If you haven't seen the cut-through video yet, I'd recommend watching it now because we're going to compare this face-off to the cut-through, as each face-off has some advantages and disadvantages. In the cut-through, the wing on the boards needs to be off-handed, so that's a left-hander on the right boards or a righty on the left boards. You can often switch the wings to make the face-off work. However, what do you do when there's two righties and the face-off is on the right dot? In the slot shot face-off, you take the right-hander from the right side and move him to the middle to set him up for a one-timer. The slot shot face-off needs a righty from the right side or a lefty from the left side and works opposite to the cut-through, while both can create a quick shooting opportunity. As a coach, I have often used both face-offs together with the same team depending on the situation. The simplest scheme is to run a cut-through when the wing on the boards is off-handed and run a slot shot face-off when the wing on the boards is strong-handed. Another scheme is to designate a shooter and a frontman for offensive zone face-offs. The frontman will be a player who's better in front of the net and likes to battle for position and create screens. The shooter should obviously be the wing with the better shot. The shooter will then line up in a slot shot or cut-through formation depending on which face-off dot you're using. A right-handed shooter will line up in a cut-through for a face-off on the left dot and a slot shot for a face-off on the right dot. As we saw from the clip, the slot shot face-off can work even at a reasonably high level. However, it is much more effective at lower levels where your center will have an easier time cleanly winning the face-off to the wing. At higher levels, the opposing center will usually understand what you're trying to do and stop a clean win. The cut-through face-off doesn't require a precise draw and is easier for the center to execute at any level. If we lose a face-off to the corner, the wing in front of the net should already be heading that way and can continue to attack the puck. The wing in the slot will be in a good position to be the high man in the forecheck, while the center can help down low in a 2-1-2 forecheck or back up to a high position in a 1-2-2 forecheck. Now let's get back to the clip and break it down. If we focus on the center on the draw, it looks like he is closer to the face-off dot than the opposing center. He also has his bottom hand lower on the stick. Those two things allow him to overpower the opposing center, who is reaching too far and won't be as strong from that position. So the Notre Dame center is able to power through and get a nice clean win. The shooter is lined up a bit higher than 45 degrees with his stick ready to fire. The draw comes just in front of his front foot, so he is able to take a quick step into the puck and load up a snapshot one-timer. That's an ideal draw as it allows the shooter to get a little bit of momentum into the shot. If we look from the other angle, he shoots the puck to the far side of the net away from the block. The goalie almost certainly lost sight of the puck from the chaos in front, so if you can hit the open net through that chaos, the goalie has almost no chance. Finally, let's focus on the wing in front. He makes a small move to the inside and forces the blocker out of the way just enough while the center and shooter executed perfectly. The front man really should have made his move harder than he did to give the shooter more time. If there was any delay on the shot, the opposing blocker likely would have gotten there in time. Since the other two were perfect, the front man did just enough to make the play work. As you can see, when all three follow the plan, this faceoff can be extremely effective at turning offensive zone faceoffs into quick goals. I hope you enjoyed this piece of the HockeyIL video playbook, and you'll come back for more system skills and drills here on YouTube or at HockeyIL.com.